Moving forward, and they're off. Racing, Disco Davis stepped away a little slowly perhaps. Aviation, the grey, going forward with It's Hard to Know. They're towards the outside. Kepler's Law in the white sleeves, red spotted sleeves, towards the centre. On the inside, the favourite Belliano in orange colours, worn by Harry Cobden, with Meetmebythesea in the green and yellow hoops. And at the first flight, looked like Not So Woolly made a mistake at the first flight. On their way to the end of the back straight. It's Hard to Know on the inside. Out wide, a Magnificent now in the yellow jacket coming through to dispute the running. Followed by Meetmebythesea and Belliano and Kepler's Law, and working out to Aviation on the outside. The leading 6 or 7 are tracked by Ken Roy, with Elysian Knight on the inside. Close up, George's Lad, then Not So Woolly. Silver Thorn going up on the outside in red and white checks. Further back off, the Jury, who's being held up, getting lots of cover. Elysian Knight on the inside, wide in blue with the white stars on the sleeves. At the back is Disco Davis, with also Lawrence Bay just inside Disco Davis, as they now continue and on towards the next flight. Yes, their second flight, the first of the two in the home straight in this European Breeders' Fund Betfair National Hunt Novices Handicap Hurdle Final. It's Hard to Know and Magnificent in the air together there, followed by Meetmebythesea and Kepler's Law, then Belliano, and after Belliano is Ken Roy in the dark blue with the white cap. Aviation still handy, the grey on the outside. George's Lad just tracks the leaders in a striped jacket as they clear this flight, and all jumped it pretty well. Lawrence Bay was just the last to land, and Silver Thorn and Disco Davis remain at the rear of the field as well. A circuit to go. It's Hard to Know and Magnificent disputing it, followed by Belliano on the inside of Meetmebythesea and Kepler's Law, then Ken Roy, followed by Aviation and George's Lad and Elysian Knight round the inside. Not So Woolly behind these, off the Jury the inner. Follow Cato in a light blue jacket is out wider, and they are followed by Silver Thorn after a gap of about 3 lengths to Disco Davis, and then Lawrence Bay, who is last of all as they now turn right-handed and down the hill. It's Hard to Know on the inside of Magnificent. Meetmebythesea is third, Kepler's Law is fourth, and Belliano in fourth place, the favourite, as they head on now towards the turn into the back straight. The leading group are tracked still by George's Lad, travels well, Ken Roy wider, then Elysian Knight, green sleeves, noseband on the inside. Not So Woolly follows, off the Jury, Aviation, and then the Kemble Brewery back in the field in a noseband from Follow Cato, and then Disco Davis, and also towards the rear Silver Thorn at the next, and there Magnificent probably just touched down in front from It's Hard to Know. Then a gap of a couple of lengths to Meetmebythesea, and Kepler's Law on the outside, who jumped up well there, Kepler's Law. Belliano back in fifth place, then Ken Roy. After Ken Roy, George's Lad and off the Jury, and then on the inside is Elysian Knight trying to make ground, the Kemble Brewery. Also Not So Woolly and Disco Davis from the back as well. Follow Cato still towards the back of the group with Lawrence Bay on the outside. Follow Cato switched right out wide, and Silver Thorn is at the rear. Running now towards the last flight in the back straight, and It's Hard to Know and Magnificent continue to trade blows here. They're going to be 1 and 2 again, over 3 out from Kepler's Law in third. Meetmebythesea just in behind them in the JP McManus colours, green and yellow hoops. Belliano on the inside, just getting a little bit of a push, bit short of room possibly. The Kemble Brewery has made good headway in a white cap into about 5th place, followed then by Ken Roy, Not So Woolly, then George's Lad as they swing right-handed, off the Jury behind those, then Disco Davis, who's made ground from the rear of the field. They're on their way to the home turn. Magnificent, It's Hard to Know, Kepler's Law, Ken Roy running very wide at the back there as they now start on towards the second last. It's Hard to Know, Magnificent, Meetmebythesea just in behind them, waiting for a split. Then Kepler's Law, Belliano, the Kemble Brewery. Behind these, Disco Davis continues to make ground. Blue jacket, George's Ladder is on the heels of the leaders. as Magnificent leads, quickly followed now by Meetmebythesea as they run down to the second last. Magnificent the first to rise, 2 lengths or so to Meetmebythesea, off the Jury from the back into third now, then George's Lad, and Meetmebythesea is cutting back. Magnificent off the Jury has a chance in third, then George's Lad, Disco Davis down the outside, Meetmebythesea at the final flight had to put himself right. George's Lad is down at the last. Meetmebythesea now tackled by Off the Jury on the near side. Off the Jury and David Maxwell, Meetmebythesea and Callum Pritchard finishing fast. It's Lawrence but Lads as they race to the line, and Lawrence Bay getting up from out of the clouds.
Gavin Sheehan back after that performance. Gavin, what did you say to yourself down there?
Yeah, look, I was flat out from word go. I was never really comfortable, never really going. He jumped well, to be fair to him, but down the back he started to just travel a little bit smoother, but then they started picking up after jumping last down the back. Going to 2 out, I was actually thinking about pulling up. It wasn't because I was tired, it was just because I was never going, wasn't happy, and the race is gone for me. But I just kept persevering away and jumped 2 out, and he started to get a bit more competitive. They started to come back, and once I got a nice jump at the last, and it was all going home for the line, and the line wasn't coming quick enough for the ones in front, but it was coming nearly a bit too quick for me.
Well, I was saying, obviously you've had some amazing rides. I mean, Hewick would have been one where it came from again, so seemingly impossible position, but where does this one rank for you?
Oh, look, this is right up there, but he's just a lovely horse to ride, and you know, even to me there, you know, you're thinking about going down to the second last, so I pull up because he's going to be an exciting chaser next year, and yeah, look, he just came through, and he's probably done it well in the end. But yeah, all credit to Jamie and his team, and the horse is in good form.
Well, there you go, Wayne. Well done.
He's just come here. He got a flat tire today.
Oh, yeah. Well done. All right. I might just jump in here with Jamie. Well done. Jamie, Jamie, well done. You made it.
Oh, we've just had a nightmare. We had a blowout on the motorway. So literally, I've just got here. So well done, Gav. Well done, the rest of the team.
So how did you know what happened? Were you watching it on your phone, or?
Yeah, we had it on in the car, and yeah, it's brilliant. Well done, guys. Well done, Ellie.
What was going through your mind as the race was unfolding?
Wow. It wasn't exactly the plan to be where we were, but he's a horse that does stay well, and he wants soft ground. And we ran him at Ascot to qualify in January time, and the ground was good. And he was completely taken off his feet round Ascot on good ground. And today I was worried the ground was drying, so the plan was to go forward, but obviously Gav couldn't really go forward, and humoured him around, and obviously hit the hill on the slightly softer ground and stayed on brilliantly.
And Gav said he was thinking of pulling him up before 2 out because he's going to be a nice chaser for next year.
He's going to be a lovely chaser for next year. We thought he was nicely handicapped, but we could have done with the rain. But thankfully the track and the sort of slightly stickier ground kind of helped.
Who fixed the flat tyre?
I did.
What a day, one you'll never forget.
What a day, yeah, no, it's brilliant. Well done, the whole team. And that's, listen, it is all credit to the whole team. Because, you know, as a trainer, you are dependent on the people around you. And we have a wonderful team. The guys got the horses ready, they saddled them, they did everything, and here I am just rushing in looking like a scruffy, dusty lunatic.
You look remarkably resplendent considering the chaos in getting here, but well done, and I think you probably need a few moments to reflect on it with the family. Well done.
Yeah, thanks very much, Rishi. Take care.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.